Smith was a British soldier, adventurer, explorer, and author. He was the founder of the American colony Jamestown, Virginia on May 13, 1607. Next slide. Smith was predicted to be born on January 9, 1580 in Lincolnshire, England. His father was a farmer and expected Smith to work with him on his farm. Not wanting to, Smith ran away at age 13 to become a sailor. His father stopped him and made him work as a trainee for a nearby merchant. In 1596, Smith sailed for France and fought the Spanish with the English soldiers. A truce ended the fight in 1598, and Smith came back to England as a trained soldier. Next slide. Smith and all of the people who were going to Chesapeake Bay set sail at the end of 1606. During the trip, Smith was accused of trying to harm the people in charge and on the ship and was almost hanged. He was placed into custody. They arrived at Chesapeake Bay in April of 1607. Next slide. Smith was released from custody a few weeks after they arrived. The first few months of Jamestown was rough due to food shortages, unhealthy water, and some difficulties with the Powhatan Indians. New President John Ratcliffe assigned Smith to supervise or manage the food from the native tribes. He also started to explore the region. Smith was captured in December by a large Powhatan hunting party and was brought back to Chief Powhatan. Next slide. Chief Powhatan laid Smith on a rock and was going to smash his head and kill him. Pocahontas, Chief Powhatan's 12-year-old daughter, stepped in between them and saved Smith's life. Next slide. Smith was not at the Anglo-Powhatan War because he had to go back to England due to an injury from a gun. He returned to England in 1609. Smith wanted to return, but Virginia Company officials refused his requests. Next slide. Smith never gave up on his dream of being a sailor and was not afraid of any Powhatan members or the chief. He even wanted to go back to Jamestown after being shot and almost dying. His story will live on forever.